I moved them.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is 3:30 PM. Today is Monday, July 15th, 2024. And licensed practical nurses, LPNs, nurse care supervisors, NCSs, certified nursing assistants, CNAs, food service helpers, assistant cook two, and personal care aides. Request to create a weekend premium per shift for RNs, LPNs, NCSs, and CNAs. These changes will make per diem rates more competitive and will strengthen the per diem pool of staff to ensure proper staffing coverage for our residents' needs. It's legislative request number 160. Can I have a motion? Lupan and Menuda. Okay, Commissioner, floor is yours.
So, thank you. When I heard Lawrence couldn't come shortly, couple hours ago, I asked Denise Cross in my office, who's back there, our Director of Personnel Classification, to do a quick report for all of you as to the number of per diem titles you had from 5 years ago versus today. So I've just handed them out. In fact, I've even given my copy out, so I don't have my copy, but you can see all the numbers there. Are pretty staggering in the sense that, you know, the per diem LPN, which is really a very hard position to fill, dropped from 44 to 15. The RNs dropped from 11 to 4. The CNAs 23 to 21. But the bottom line is our numbers just haven't kept up with the market rate, and that's really the substance of it. So Valley View had asked HR to do an analysis, as you see in your packet. Allison Pack, our Deputy Commissioner, worked with Valley View to do that analysis. And the results are what was set forth in the request from Valley View.
Yeah, I think it's the sign of the times. We've been down this road before, so. Does anyone have any questions for Commissioner Joe?
Just one. We saw, have they lightened or removed the constraint on the COVID vaccinations for those in healthcare?
That's a state decision. I believe it was removed a couple of years ago, actually.
Okay, so we can bring those people back in.
I don't think they're missing at this point.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so carried. Thank you. All right,
Thank you.
Commissioner, you probably stay at the table too for this one. Roll number 3, Travis Ewald, our Commissioner, Department of Parks, Recreation and Conservation. Is Dina with you today? Yes, she is. There she is. Dina, come on up. Next to chair. Pull that one right now. That's good. And we have a request to create one Director of Community Engagement, Management Grade 20 position. Legislative request number 166. Can I have a motion and a second?
I'll make that motion.
Fagione and Menuda. Okay, if you recall, last month we brought this up. And I asked you to reach out to Commissioner, both commissioners, if you had any questions or comments. We took a tour of the parks, and I appreciate all of those who were able to attend. And when you start looking at our parks, one, they're old, they're aging. And Commissioner Ewald made a very important point that in 1979, we had 39 employees roughly. In 2024, we have the same amount. Yet our parks have more than doubled in size. We have now are in the process of acquiring Sugarloaf. We have Camp LaGuardia. We have the D&H Canal Park, Calawesi, Gonzaga, Heritage Trail, Thomas Bull, Winding Hills, Algonquin, Plum Point, the Arboretum, Cromer Hill. And as I mentioned, Sugarloaf. We have dog walks, golf outings, soccer tournaments, rugby tournaments, car shows, Boy Scouts, tennis and pickleball tournaments, hiking trails, private parties, barbecues, vendors, sports, camping, and the list goes on and on. And we,
Roll up your sleeve for the rest of them?
well, I got them right over here. See that? I think you got my point. So anyway, it just, there's so much going on. Our parks are treasures to Orange County. They affect every single legislator at this table. In fact, all 21 of us. I think the time has come, and in conversation with Commissioner Ewald and Commissioner Chapman, that we create a position of this magnitude and importance to engage the community, that every resident of Orange County, and Legislator Lujan made a point at last meeting too. I mean, are we reaching out to groups that are disadvantaged or handicapped? Someone needs to really do that, and Commissioner Ewald and the parks are busy. I believe it's time for this. I support it 100%. I spoke to the county executive. He supports it 1,000%. He's big on open space. We hear people complain about warehouses. We're preserving our parks. And it's time to make an investment in them because we really haven't been paying attention to them the way we should. It's not a knock on our commissioners or our staff. We just understaffed things and underfinanced them. So this, I think, is going to bring us up into this century and provide our residents, our taxpayers with quality parks. So with that, I'll turn it over to Commissioner Ewald.
Well, I very much appreciate the support, and I think in that tour that we went around, it was pretty apparent we have quite a few amazing, unique parks, but some of them are quite underutilized, and they are also need a lot of TLC at this point in time. In this past handful of months since I started in this position, seeing different events that have taken place at the park, our parks, talking to a lot of the local residents, even just family friends. It's shocking how many people who live, within minutes of some of these parks forget that they're there, that they forget to utilize them. I think last time I spoke about when we had the Boy Scout Camporee, people who live in Montgomery, and the Camporee was at Thomas Bull Park. A whole number of people came up and they all said, it's so beautiful here, but we forget that this is here, and they forget to come out and use it. And I think this position will go a long ways towards promoting that, getting people engaged with our park systems, activities that are going on in the parks, but also develop a more robust events and activities within our parks and really get the utilization up there the way it should be.
Joe, question, comment?
Just comment, the economic summit we had last year, Josiah had mentioned that people are no longer moving to places based on the job, they're moving to places based on the quality of life there. And we have amazing parks and they can be even better than they are now, with this initiative, so I wholly support it and, keep doing the good work.
Let's say we're done.
So I always go back to the golf course. Sunday, my cousin from Vegas was in town to visit his father, who lives in Yonkers, and he's a big golfer also. He plays all of the Westchester County courses, which they, I think, have 6 public courses. He and the best part of, they treated me, so they paid me for my round of golf Sunday, so that was the best part.
And you brought income to it.
Exactly, it was beautiful. But they were both astonished at the views of the golf course and the condition of the golf course, how spectacular it was. They were talking all through dinner. They didn't pay for dinner. Oh, somebody better than that did. Mayor Molly picked up the table. So grandpa, cousin, dad, I had a nice day Sunday. It was great. But free, of course, but this course was in spectacular condition and the views, my cousins will be talking about it for years. So congratulations to you. As far as this job goes, it's needed and it'll be a big plus to all of our citizens. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Legislator Lujan, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just wanted to kind of also, say, as was said earlier, this is a great opportunity for us to really connect to some of the great agencies that work in our county, agencies across, Hudson Valley, bring and lure more people here so that they're not hidden gems, right? And so I think that I was very supportive of this when this just was brought out last month. I'm extremely supportive of it now. We've already made an investment in the last couple of months just to help you guys get the support that you need on the back end to make sure that the parks are taken care of. This is the next step. This is how we make sure that we are utilizing those parks, that we're maximizing on the usage. So I'm fully in support and I just greatly appreciate the work that you've all done on this. So I applaud you. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. I'll ask for a roll call, I guess, Kelly.
Ben,
Aye.
Benio,
Yes.
Luhan,
Yes.
Menuda,
Yes.
O'Donnell,
Yes.
Duke,
Yes.
and Sassy.
Yes.
7 ayes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
All right. Mr. Chapman, next chapter's yours, right? No, I mean, for the position.
Oh, yes. I'm happy to talk about aging. I am aging, it's my birthday, but I'll let them talk about it.
Happy birthday.
I would like to, you can come, that's fine.
Anne Marie, you're younger than me, but you can handle it.
Thank you very much. We have a
It's very kind
unanimous
to
on
do it.
that.
I don't know if that's true, but thank you.
Okay, number 4, we have Anne Marie Maglione, Director, Office for the Aging, and Danielle coming in now, just you today?
Yeah.
And there's a request to freeze 2 vacant part-time senior clerk grade 6 positions and create 1 full-time senior clerk grade 6 position. Legislative request number 059.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
Menuda and Lujan. Okay. Director, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And thank you for reviewing this. We've long had a problem with part-time senior clerks. Because what they'll do is they'll come, but everybody's looking for a full-time job. So we train them, they come, and then they leave to other things, which is great for them because they have to do that. But then it leads us trying to go through the whole process again to find somebody, train them, if they're good people, which sometimes they're, it just isn't the right fit. It wastes a lot of time. It's much better if we can have one person that's really dedicated to this. And it's an important position, although it's not the highest grade in our office. It's still a really critical position because they're a big support staff. They reach out to seniors. Seniors call for a variety of reasons. They get a relationship with them. They do our PowerPoints, our flyers, just our farmer market coupons are here. They would be really doing that now. It's a big position, and if we had somebody that was full-time, they're a little bit more vested in it. And if you look at the funding, if we're lucky enough to find somebody that doesn't need benefits, it's really not even a difference. It's almost a wash.
Any questions?
Just, what do you mean by you're gonna freeze two vacant positions? Freezing their funding already, right?
But we're gonna take the funding away from them, and we're gonna use the funding for the full-time, and
But then you're gonna eliminate it.
but here's the thing, maybe like 3 or 4 years down the road, it might need, we're in the middle of doing a 4-year plan, so we're trying to forecast what our office is gonna look like in 29, and it shouldn't look like it looks today. So in that, it might need a part-time.
So you can like ask for those too when you need them.
You know, and then as much as I love seeing you guys, but you know, it's like a little bit, it's a little bit faster just to unfund.
Well, vacant positions that are funding, you're saying will be there next year with this new clerk. So, I mean, if you.
But it's just a line item. There's no funding involved at all. Like, so there's no money that's involved in this. So just on paper, it'll show senior.
No, I know
folks.
you're gonna use the money from two.
Correct.
I understand. I'm talking about this year's budget, or for next year's budget.
Right.
When you come in here with those frozen, you're still gonna fund it.
No, we're not gonna, if they're frozen, they're not funded. Yeah, they're not
I've
funded
never
at
heard the
all.
word frozen before. That's why I'm
She's
really.
very innovative.
But we're not eliminating it. We're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna eliminate them, but we're not funding them. So there's no money involved in those positions.
I think he supports it.
He doesn't support it, he just confused them with freeze.
Sorry.
She is very innovative, but
You are.
we're gonna be arguing about this at budget time with unfunded positions again. You're
Yes, I
adding-
won't use the word freeze.
Well,
I'll
you're
say-
adding 2 to the list, so that's what you're basically doing. Okay? We're creating a new position and
Correct.
you're adding 2 more unfunded positions.
Correct.
See, you confused them only for a second. Okay?
Correct.
Who gave you that word?
I'm sorry, I can't reveal, I'm sorry.
Question answered, thank you.
I
Thank
think it
you.
might have been you, Jimmy.
Years ago, years ago.
Years ago.
I was innovative.
You were innovative once upon a time.
All right, we'll wait till the budget time. You guys will be ready for that one. So you get an early start on that unfunded position. Okay?
We're calling.
How do you unfreeze them? All right, any other
Turn off
further
the air
questions?
conditioner.
Yeah, right? I feel like I need to see a Disney movie now.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so carried. Very good.
Well,
That
thank you so
concludes our
much.
agenda. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Very
All
nice.
right. We do have another meeting coming up, so I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay. All in favor? Yes. All right, thank you. Have a great afternoon.